the stream today. We're going to be doing Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle United, and the stream won't start fully until 4 minutes time, and we're going to get the commentary up and running for today's game. And before we start, we're going to have a look at the Sheffield Wednesday versus Bolton game, and and before we start, we're going to have a look at the Sheffield Wednesday versus Bolton Wanderers game, and here we go, and it's 0-0 in the 8th minute to go. 8th minute being, and not just that, I'm going to show you the lineups for the Nottingham Forest Newcastle game, and the lineups go like this. For Nottingham Forest, the 4-2-3-1. And it's Lodi, Shelby, Dennis, Philippi, Navas, Nickety, Oria, Yates, Johnson, Gibbs, White, Dennis, Ayu. For Newcastle, it's a 4-3-3, and we got Murphy, Longstaff, Trippier, Isaac, Botman, Shakar, Byrne, Wilcox, St. Maximan, and also Pope. We got Steve Cooper, and we've got Eddie Howe. We got Sam Surridge, Danilo, Jack Colback, Harry Toffo, Joe Wall, Nico Williams, Wayne Hennessy, Jack Colback, Remo Frula, Gusto Sabado, and Danilo. We got Callum Wilson, Elliot Anderson, Matt Ritchie, Jamal, Javier, Matt, Paul, and Martin. We're going to go like this in our team, so we're going to enjoy watching the game together. And let's have a look at the Premier League table. Arsenal are 5 points clear. We're going to enjoy the rest of the game, and let's go like this. Get everything up and running, ready for the stream today. The game will be taking place on Sky Sports main event, and we'll be kicking off at 8 o'clock at the Nottingham Forest City Ground. Paul Tierney will be the referee, and I'll be back to you in a few minutes.
On the Flash Sport app in terms of who will take over for Patrick Vieira. Paddy McCarthy will lead Crystal Palace at the Emirates. Keenest to this point is Forest are in a dogfight. They're in a relegation drop zone fight with Nottingham Forest. We've never seen it before, where 5 points separates the bottom to bottom 7 places, all the way up from 12th to 20th. That's probably 8. I'm not good at maths, but 5 points separates them. And teams around them have been making changes throughout the season. They have been. But Nottingham Forest have decided to stick with their man in Steve Cooper. In fact, give him a new contract. And Steve Cooper's men have a task tonight. If they're able to collect 3 points against Newcastle, which just ease the worry going into the international break. And for Newcastle, they have a fantastic opportunity. Manchester United, who beat them in the League Cup final last month, have missed the opportunity through a couple results to losing 7-0 to Liverpool and drawing
And
0-0
the
to
game's
Southampton. Just
just
opened the
kicked
door a little
off
bit for
for
Tottenham Hotspur and Newcastle United. Yes,
Newcastle
Liverpool
versus
and
Nottingham
Brighton are the
Forest.
two that are chasing fourth place. But from Newcastle, they were to win today. They will go
That's
above
a minute into the
Tottenham
game.
Hotspur, who play tomorrow against Southampton away. But if Newcastle were to get that victory, they'll go with that game against Manchester United, April 2nd, live on Flash Score, of course, now unofficial audio commentary, with the chance to go above Manchester United. So top four is well and truly in their hands after a few rocky periods. We're ready to go here at the City Ground. Nottingham Forest against Newcastle, and we're up and running in this unofficial Premier League commentary on Flash Score. Shooting from left to right, Nottingham Forest. Forest red shirts, white socks, red socks rather, white shorts, and Newcastle, as I mentioned previously, black tops, gold shorts, black socks. Well, enough of the attire. Let's get into the football. It's John Joe Shelvey picks up central of the half, spreads it to the right side, looking towards Brennan Johnson. How that was a big boost for anyone in the red corner tonight to hear Brennan Johnson, a man who has scored so many goals in this pitch this season. A real wild liar, a lot of match-winning performances from Brennan Johnson, notably one against Leeds early in the year, also in that 1-0 victory. And home comforts has definitely been the theme for Nottingham Forest. A long-awaited return to top tier here after many years in the second division.
Watching the game
After
today,
beating Huddersfield
Dundee
last May
just
in the
ticked
playoffs,
on
and the
a
atmosphere
attack
is electric
and nearly
at the City
made
Ground.
them-
Nottingham
nearly made them a
Two
team
Forest
at free
supporters
kick. And
beaming with a lot of voice and a lot of chanting, with
Newcastle
Newcastle United
scored.
supporters loving this
Yeah,
fiction.
Newcastle
They're
didn't
moving
score,
forward
yeah.
now. Newcastle down that right side
That's
through
very
Bruno
sexy.
Guimaraes,
I
who's been
do
brought
love
down.
Newcastle
Home
today
comforts.
now.
It's not been
Yes.
a comfortable ride
I'm
for
estimating a
Newcastle
prediction score of
at times in recent weeks, but that win over Wolves was a good one. They're on the attack with Isak trying to go through, and the ball's gone with Navas. Talking about poor away records, Nottingham Forest haven't won away this calendar year. Only scored one goal in that time also. It's a very, very much a worry.
Yeah, and
Including that,
to score.
Newcastle haven't won away from home either. So something's got to give tonight
It will be a 2-1
in this important game in the Premier League.
Forest.
Guimaraes now in the centre of the park. He's tripped. Referee says play on. Balls with Newcastle. It's hammered forward from Cher, who scored in the reverse fixture in August. This was the opening day fixture between these two teams. St James's Park. Newcastle victorious, winning by 2-0. Forest didn't win till their 6th game in the Premier League. Now he's creating the pressure on Nick Pope. Nick Pope, who has failed to keep a clean sheet in any of his last 6 appearances in all competitions, after keeping 10 clean sheets in all competitions. Quite remarkable, to be honest. Andre Ayew's dived in on Bruno Guimaraes in Newcastle's half. He will be a free kick to Newcastle. In fact, it was Fabian Cher that's gone rolling around, and he's holding his hand. You know, when the player goes down, oh, it does look bad. It looks like his left ankle has just given way, and he's just pushed his hand out in the air to be like, listen, I need some treatment, I need some help. And treatment hasn't come yet. Longstaff's talking to Ayew, saying, look, yeah, he just touched him underneath. The Ghanaian's going to try and consolidate the player, but the player looks to be in agony here at the moment. And it's the former Nottingham Forest player Ian Hayden who's going to come on. It looks like it might be a quick change for Newcastle. Jamal Lascelles is the player that is warming up. And touched that immediately, though, when that came, that challenge. It's just his left ankle that's planted in the ground, and Ayew's just followed through and taken him off. Of course, Jamal Lascelles spent 3 seasons at Nottingham Forest in the Championship. Is he going to come on against his old side? Cher is still getting treatment on that left ankle. Eddie Howe chewing up very aggressively on the touchline. Newcastle manager Cher is now on his feet. The question is, he's not moving yet. He's just got up. He's walking quite. Well, he still hasn't actually given any steps yet. Now he's just hobbling, not trying to put much weight on the left ankle. The medic for Newcastle seems to be in positive spirits, saying, just hop on it, try out. Don't think he's going to come off yet. Inside the first 5 minutes here on Flash Score. Big game here. Newcastle travelling to the City Ground to take on Nottingham Forest. They have a free kick that's whipped in by Trippier. It's going to be long, looking towards Botman and go. It falls to Saint-Maximin, the Frenchman, up against Aurier. Trying to take on two. Puts a wicked ball here, but it's comfortable for Navas in the middle. In the Nottingham Forest goal. Bright blue jersey for the on-loan goalkeeper. Kicks this to the right side, looking towards Johnson. He tries to hook it on, but he can't. I'll keep you posted when they're being shared and his status for sure. He's back on the pitch and he's actually got the ball now. Botman's sprayed it across the defensive line. And he's just holding his knee here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if he'll be replaced. Hasn't gone down to the ground, but just moving continuously, gingerly. They swept that ball to the right side. Trippier, electric move here from Newcastle. Murphy plays in the middle. Well, it's a chance that's gone over. And it's Willock inside the penalty box, meeting that Murphy ball and putting the ball wide. It stays Forest 0, Newcastle 0. Excellent play from Kieran Trippier. Murphy looking electric and alive in this game. Newcastle carved open Forest, and Willock should have made it 1-0. No surprise that there's mouths open, gasps galore in the Newcastle camp. Hands on heads, fingers being pointed, thumbs up galore, but the goal isn't in. Newcastle creating the best opener in the opening 10 minutes so far. It's a wicked clearance now from Nakate from Nottingham Forest. Is that going to fall to Shelvey? Shelvey battling with Isak. Falls to Gamaris, 25 yards out from Forest's box. And they've conceded another free kick here through Yates. Just clipping Willock before he went down. Willock wearing golden boots with the golden shorts. Didn't have the opportunity to take the golden chance. Stays 0-0. Newcastle have that free kick. Waiting for Trippier to take this free kick. Set pieces created this season. The most has come from Kieran Trippier, 48. He's 14 more than the second player, who is Andreas Pereira for Fulham. Just shows you what Trippier's all about. He's not going to create an opportunity from there though, because Newcastle players are just not on the same wavelength for him as he dipped the ball in, and there was nobody there to follow it. Navas trying to roll that towards Shelvey. Does to Nakate. Nakate onto the left side now for Lodi. Still with Forest. We're back with the goalkeeper. That creates the Aurier. Willock. Oh, can keep it in. That'll be a throw to Newcastle, and then there's a little bit of a tussle between Yates, the captain of Forest, and Willock. Freeze just making sure it doesn't get too out of hand. Willock tried to keep it in, and Yates just was pushing Willock, and they end up pushing each other, but nothing too vicious in it. Just good to see a bit of passion from both sets of players. Great work from Trippier. Wins on the right side inside Nottingham Forest's half. Infield to Longstaff. So Maximan, it's aggressive from Aurier. Maximan keeps it in, and it will be a throw it for Nottingham Forest. From the back it goes from Felipe, looking towards Ayew, and Botman's now pulling up. It's another Newcastle centre back who's in pain here, and he's holding his right ankle. It might just be him putting and sorting his shoe out. It seems to be the case. Ball's now with Botman. Right footed, launching that to the opposite side. Ball's with Trippier now, the captain of Newcastle. Just low now to Murphy. Aggressive defending from Lodi. Lodi on towards Dennis. And Dennis can't keep it on. 10 minutes. Newcastle, Nottingham Forest still here for the City Ground. It's the 10th meeting of the two teams in the top flight here in the Premier League. Nottingham Forest are winless in all 9 of their previous meetings. And just 3 points and scoring 4 goals as the ball gets whipped in by Newcastle. The far post looking towards Murphy. Look forward to Trippier. Isaac's in the middle. Here's Murphy, edge of the box. Kamarish is there. He's been tripped by Shelvey. Speak from John Joe Shelvey. And it's the second nibble he's had at Bruno Kamarish. And that will be a free kick in an inviting position when you've got the talents of Kieran Trippier. Forest 0, Newcastle 0. Around about 6-7 yards out of the penalty box, right off the D. Newcastle 0, goalless here. Well, Nottingham Forest conceded 10 from set pieces. Kieran Trippier here, he's a specialist at this, and it's a very good opportunity for the England international to try and find a way on goal here. It's a low ball. Isaac! And it's hit the crossbar and it's come to Navas. Oh wow. Very lucky. Lodi Lilly with an embarrassing own goal. A smart move from Newcastle. It looked like Trippier was going to, as always, go for goal from his wicked right foot. He went low to Isaac. His shot went past Navas. Deflected onto Lodi. It's with Isaac though. Newcastle down this right. Electrifying start from the visitors. Hitting the crossbar. Bruno Guimaraes. Forest failed to clear their lines. It's low, looking towards Willock into the box. He's been bundled over and he's won a free kick. But another close chance for Newcastle. Replay incoming. Low ball towards Isaac. Good save from Navas, and then the initial clearance from Lodi hits the crossbar and it comes out to Navas. Hey, Navas being at the right place at the right time. Newcastle, that's a very well constructive move. Forest 0, Newcastle 0. Steve Cooper. Nottingham Forest not happy. Dan Byrne's going to take this. Throw it in front of him. Willock for Newcastle plays his back now to Botman. It's with Willock again. On this in his own half. He finds it to Longstaff, looking towards Byrne. They're really close to the touchline. They've moved it centrally now back to Bruno Guimaraes, who feeds this to Cher, who's definitely shaken off that early knock he had from that IU challenge, which is good to see from a Newcastle perspective. Botman over the halfway line he goes. Ball's in the centre circle. Longstaff now. He now carves this to the right side, looking towards Trippier. Bruno Guimaraes has got room to feed to Longstaff. He's got a good amount of space to go into. Puts the ball straight into Isaac. That was asking a bit too much from the Swede. And here is Gibbs White. First time we're seeing him stretch his legs. He's towards Brennan Johnson. Good defending from Byrne. Put his body in between the ball so he couldn't lose out. Over the halfway line, Newcastle go. It's with Bruno Guimaraes. He runs into the box now. Trippier puts it in, headed away by Aurier. game is played at a really good pace, has to be said. Murphy for Newcastle. Newcastle looking to thread the ball low all the time. I think that's something they've identified against Nottingham Forest. Here's Bruno Guimaraes again, right of the D, approaching the penalty box. Goes centrally to Isak, who turns on outside the D. Referee looks away. Does it feel like it's a free kick? Is Gibbs White wants to run at this defence. He's up against Cher. Cher steps up and clears it away. It's with Guimaraes on that right side now. Lays off to Murphy. Infield to Guimaraes. Willock's there also. Still Guimaraes, she drops down. Referee says no penalty. And Loddy will clear for Nottingham Forest. And Trippier's just clipped him. Stays 0-0. But I don't know about you, but I have a feeling it's not going to stay like that. The best part of the next 75 minutes that's to come in this game. Played at a good pace. And although Newcastle dominating possession and have created the two best opportunities early on, you feel Forest do have the chance to spring and attack and cause some sort of disturbance to that Newcastle defence on the break with Brennan Johnson and Emmanuel Dennis. It just makes this game such an intriguing one, an enjoyable one to call. I hope you're enjoying it so far on Flash Score. Nottingham Forest 0, Newcastle 0. Navas takes this free kick looking towards Ayew in the channel. Tucked away by Cher, right footed. And it will be a throw-in. So with Karte into Shelby. Nico Karte now has the player in Felipe to the right of him. Navas right footed, releasing that ball into Newcastle's half. It's met by Longstaff. His knockdowns met by Bruno Guimaraes, who has to go back into his own territory with Cher. Botman now, nice ball looking towards Isak. He's been followed well by Felipe. What a challenge that was. Feeds now to Ayew. Ayew in the penalty box, up against Cher. Just has to go out a little bit. Needed to move that ball to Emmanuel Dennis. It's with Dennis now. Numbers in the penalty box for Forest. He's up against Trippier. Dennis on to Shelby goes. Shelby onto the right side to Aurier. Putting it low. Longstaff can't get hold of it. Yates brought down. Play on, says the referee. Good work of the ball here. Brennan Johnson getting into box. Shoots Johnson, and it's into Pope's hands. It was a central shot, and the goalkeeper didn't have to do too much to gather it. As Newcastle told you about the pace of the game, look already to move it forward through Aurier and through Isak going past Aurier. He's now got the ball for Willock. Willock's in the penalty box and he can't go around the Newcastle player. In fact, the Nottingham Forest player. In fact, the Newcastle player has conceded a free kick, and it's Forest 0, Newcastle 0. Free kick to Forest near a penalty box. Again, it was Yates and Willock having a good old ding dong. That's the second one. I'd say that was one by Yates. 7th time captain Nottingham Forest this season, but it's nice smiles from both players and a handshake there. And it's launched forward by Forest, looking towards Ayew. Ayew now to more on Gibbs White. Let's get him on the ball a bit more of the home team. Brennan Johnson looking to Gibbs White, but that was better from Forest. That effort from Johnson. It's what I was talking about on the break. And he can expose the gaps that have been opening when Newcastle move forward. Shelby, it's a bit ambitious, the right ball looking toward Brennan Johnson. Burns to hook this left footed. Where's that going to land? Is that going to be a corner or a throw in? It's going to be a throw in. The ball boy caught it on the side. He's fed it to Aurier. Aurier now has thrown it into Shelby. Shelby is going to launch it right footed in the box. He decided not to. He's gone back to Felipe. Felipe now towards Shelby. Felipe with the hair in the bud. The Brazilian finds a nice ball for Gibbs White in between the attack and the midfield of Newcastle. Aurier's got a chance to cross, but it's very, very poor from the former Tottenham Hotspur and the full player and fullback. And it's 0-0 remains, 20 minutes in. But Steve Cooper will be happy with the last couple minutes. Forest manager, who seen his side give away a couple of good opportunities in the first 15 minutes or so. His side have only taken 1 point in their last 7 league matches against the current top 5 in the table. That point came last month against the champions Manchester City. Chris Wood, who is injured and has been bought from Newcastle United for Forest, got the goal that day. He would have been able to have played if he was fit, but next time these two meet he will be eligible. That deal coming through in the summer, but the loan deals issues still through as Murphy's driving at Loddy, and looks like he's at one of corner. Murphy has Josh Murphy. Loddy there just backpedaling, in the end had to concede the set piece. Talk about that freshness from that Newcastle front three. Right footed from Trippier into the box, looking towards Botman. We'll come back to Trippier. No, it won't. And Forest have nipped it. Trippier's gone down in pain. And a lot of the Forest players have ran towards the referee. Trippier in complete agony here. Is the referee going to produce also? That'll be the question. Denny, our referee tonight. It's going to be a yellow card, and it's going to be awarded. Trippier's still down. I don't know if he's going to get any treatment. Oh, he's up now. The shoulder. And it will be a yellow card. Doesn't look like he's booked him. He's put his yellow card back away, the referee. So the ball came back out to Trippier, and it was Emmanuel Dennis who ran away with it. Did look like a foul initially, and on reflection it looked like Dennis did win the ball. Maybe just clipped Trippier on the way through. We'll get confirmation of that yellow card if it was given. At the moment it looks like it's just going to be a free kick to Newcastle United. And there is the confirmation. Emmanuel Dennis has been booked, the Nigerian. That's the first yellow card of the game. Halfway through the first half, and we have the first booking. Trippier and Josh Murphy over the ball. Wait for Trippier, who won the free kick, to take the free kick. Headed out by Forest. Forced to Saint-Maximin, edge of the box, left side of the D. Now on the left touch line for Bruno Guimaraes. Low ball that's cleaned up well by Forest. Now with Willock on the halfway line for the visitors. Botman just moving it to the left side for Saint-Maximin, the blue boots. Nice ball looking towards Isak. Good vending from Aurier, but he slips. So it gives the Swede an opportunity to get the possession, and it's with Isak. So I've got two around him, Johnson and Aurier. Ends up giving it to a red shirt with Gibbs White. And Gibbs White puts the ball through to Maximin's legs, and it comes slightly off the Frenchman. And it will be a throw-in to Forest. 0-0 here. 2 goals and 5 assists this Premier League season for Morgan Gibbs White at the City ground. Newcastle 1-2-1, their most recent Premier League visit to this stadium. It was 1999. Of course, that season Forest got relegated. They 1-2-1 that night. First time this century that Forest are in the top flight. A real big player in the English game. Been away for so long. Of course, glory days back in the day. Depends how old you are. But Nottingham Forest once upon a time under the great Brian Clough, were able to win 2 European Cups back to back. It's good to them back at the top of English football. The question is this season, can they stay top of and be in this division? Can they stay in the Premier League?
What did I say?
So a ball that's moved forward from Forest, that's cut out by Newcastle. Felipe and Aurier.
I predicted Newcastle to win. But
too much momentum back to Navas.
did I?
Navas didn't filter to
Did I
Shelby.
really predict Newcastle to win?
Shelby on now towards Aurier.
Because overall,
So with Shelby, right footed
I did
over the
hope that
halfway line,
Forest
looking now
were a good team.
in the direction.
Can we-
Aurier, oh, it's a bad back pass here. It's forward to Emmanuel Dennis. Can he punish Newcastle? He can!
Why did I change
Emmanuel
not
Dennis
think they
puts
were gonna win
Forest
today?
into the lead. It's
I
a
can't
horror
change,
show for
can I?
Newcastle, and it's a gift for Nottingham Forest, and it's
So,
one
yeah.
that they have taken. Nottingham
This is
Forest
brilliant.
1,
Newcastle
Newcastle
Forest
0.
actually.
City Ground erupts.
Steve Cooper was an old small.
Here, oh dear, for
And we did
Newcastle
want
United.
to win.
A ball from Shelby
I was
up the
going
field.
2-1 Newcastle United.
Are you creating the
my
pressure? And it was Botman who was looking for share,
not
and
the
no
fault
one
to
was
win,
there.
is it?
And it fell to Emmanuel Dennis. So around about 25 yards out, pokes it left footed,
yeah.
goes into the middle. Emmanuel Dennis, he does so
know
well.
what you do?
There's 3 players around him, the goalkeeper and the defender, Emmanuel Dennis, and he still finds a way. He still finds a route to goal. And they're doing it again, aren't they, Nottingham Forest? They're getting the business done at home. And Newcastle United's away worries continue. And it's their bedrock of their season. It's the backbone of their season. That's been exposed there. The defence and Sven Botman look away now. It's Emmanuel Dennis' second Premier League goal this season. And it's a gift that he's taken. And Forest have something to hold on to in a battle in the relegation zone. Well, we've got a game on now with Newcastle. Goal was scored in 25 minutes, 16 seconds. And the player who's just scored in Emmanuel Dennis, who's
It's
down.
craziness you see
Being
that
brought down by
if
Trippier.
Nottingham Forest score now and actually win
So
tonight
well,
now,
there's
that'd be
Botman's in
brilliant.
no
That'd
man's
be
land.
brilliant
He's
overall.
worried about his mistake. Pope doesn't get close to the
That's
ball.
an absolute brilliant
Trippier can't
manager.
clear
He'll
it
be now
over the
overall.
line. He
Steve
jumps
Cooper
and
will
when
be
he
there.
looks
If you
behind
think
him, he'll
about it
see the
physically,
ball
Sarri
caress
can
the
actually
back of the
play
net.
really well.
It's a really good
Yeah,
finish from Emmanuel
he'll be a
Dennis.
brilliant manager.
Won the ball. Looked like the chance went away from him. Still found time. And boy, oh boy, did it. Botman, as I mentioned before, he will not want to be looking at that again. Newcastle when they lost to Liverpool a couple of weeks ago, just before the Cup final. Defeats
But what I
Manchester
don't think
United
we
with
actually
a few players
realise
there of Nick Pope.
is that if Nottingham Forest win,
Not ideal.
they
2
become
shots on
better
goal
in the table than
from
any
Newcastle on
other
target. 2 shots on goal from
than any
Forest.
other place
They've had more
that
touches in the
ended like
opposition
this.
box. They've only less. They're having less of the ball from Newcastle. 49% possession. Ayew puts his ball into the box. Can't find Dennis. Lodi will try and keep it in. He does. The 2 former Atletico Madrid players combined right there.
With
And
a
Emmanuel
few
Dennis
minutes,
wins a corner.
with about
Trippier's
17 minutes to go in this half,
expense.
we are going
From
to
the far
scream.
side.
Tomorrow will be the most
Forest won,
brilliant live
Newcastle
stream
nil.
we've ever will be have done. Because we're going to scream as loud as we can when Chelsea score, okay?
With his
We're
arms
going
crossed
to
at the moment.
belt our
The
hearts
Forest
out, we are.
manager.
And we are going to do what we need to
Too
do.
early
now.
to be talking
Okay.
about 3 points in
Let's
victories,
just check upon some
especially in the
scores
Premier
and
League.
who-
It can change so quickly.
Let's just check on who scored
They're on the
for
attack, they're on the up. Can they
Nottingham
maximise
Forest. And
their
it was Emmanuel Dennis
dominance in this
26
period?
minutes. So
Can they
if you want to know,
capitalise
let's
here?
just carry
So
on
many red
watching
shirts.
the
You can
game.
imagine from this corner up. They've taken it short. Johnson flicking his back to Gibbs White. It's headed away superbly by Newcastle. And it's gone all the way back now towards Lodi. That was the guy who cleared the ball out. He's brought it down. Longstaff's picked it up and launched that forward. Lodi puts his back to his goalkeeper, makes sure he's put enough welly on it. And it gets back to Pedro Navas. Whacks that forward. Yates goes up. It's won this time by Byrne, who's 6'4". It's with Emmanuel Dennis. Newcastle look ragged a little bit here and look a bit shell-shocked
Everything
from
I
that
do
mistake. Bruno Guimaraes has won a free kick.
I do it for you.
Screaming at the referee because it's John Joe Selby's third or fourth foul. And Morgan Gibbs-White saying he got the ball. He wants to have a conversation, doesn't he? All Stars having a conversation with John Joe Shelby. Of course, former mates, of course, first time Shelby's playing against his former side after making the move in January.
So,
crunching challenge.
I'm hopefully
on
to see you live
Newcastle supporters
in the
went out to
chat.
come across the pitch. The Nottingham Forest supporters are up in arms. Has Shelby been booked? We're waiting for that confirmation. I don't think he has. He survived it. The only booking has been the goal scorer, Emmanuel Dennis. Trippier ran about 3 yards in his own half as this free kick will loft this straight into Forest's half. It's a free kick that's been given away. Dan Bird.
But we are going to keep checking up in the chat.
I'm not going to repeat the words he just said to the referee. I was nearly going to do that. I'll leave that to your imagination, listeners. It wasn't a pleasant one, and it's the reason why he's now being talked to by the referee.
Let's check the Premier League table as it stands. As it stands right now, Nottingham Forest at 12th, and we're going up with 29 points.
Not doing any favours for Newcastle.
But I'm a Chelsea fan.
This.
Still on
Wasting our own time. Not happy, Dan.
We're on 37 points.
It's just, there's a little word of more so.
I know.
As he retreats back to his left.
We've lost
position.
too many games this season.
Have that lead through Emmanuel Dennis' second Premier
About
League
one too
goal
many.
of the season.
Who's the Arsenal there at the top, in the top tier? They've won 21 of their games. 21 or 27 games. They've lost 3. Yeah, they've won 3. They lost games 2-1.
He hammers that down the field once again. Can it drop to a
no, but none of the big clubs really.
It's Aurier now.
Again.
Back to Johnson. Johnson up against Burn. He will try and utilise his pace.
It wasn't good enough.
Aurier.
Chelsea again tomorrow.
Towards
see this year.
Murphy tried to press. Good work from Forest. Creating
there
the angles
is our stadium.
And they've once again looked to go down that right side. Can Johnson keep the city? Can Burn. And he's
our stadium.
1-8 throw.
And we're playing on Sky. We're going to be playing a game. It will be shown live on Sky Sports tomorrow against Everton. And then we've got an international break where Wales aren't playing.
He's talking to anyone, they're all looking up. You're thinking, easy, mate, easy. He's not happy.
They took it a good goal. They took it a good ball line just to take it out, and they did. And
there's no surprise.
Nottingham Forest got the ball on. Nottingham Forest to throw in.
And the yellow card has been issued out to
live tomorrow. This game is on Sky Sports.
There is a throw in to Nottingham Forest, which has taken, it's fallen its way into the middle. Now to the cards. Emmanuel Dennis scooping this to Gibbs-White, trying to turn. He can't shoot.
And you listen to the commentary live on Flash Score.
Goes all the way down to Maximin.
Sky Sports News or the BBC Radio 5 Live Sports website.
Almiron came off the bench.
Nottingham Forest tried to do a back heel kick into the goal, and it didn't happen, and it didn't go in. Here's the squads.
Sunday to get the winner
Chelsea.
against Wolves. It was another defensive.
We're going to name every single player that we've got in our squad, buddy. Kepa, Benelli, Mendy,
in the penalty box.
Gabriel, Lucas, defenders, Badger Shield, Chilwell, Silva, Chalobah, Chilwell.
Hold that thought. Forest goal.
Reece James, Koulibaly, Aspilicueta, Cucurella, Fofana, midfielders, Fernandez, Kante, Kovacic, Pulisic, Cheek, Modric, Mount, Zakaria, Ziyech, Gallagher, Havertz, Chukwuemeka, Vale, Hutchinson, Hall. Forwards, Aubameyang, Felix, Sterling, Broja, Fofana, Madueke, and Madueke. Everton, Pickford, Hamza, Andy, Billy. Defenders, James, Nathan, Mason, Michael, Yeri, Vitali, Ben, Coleman, Ringery, Cody, John, Welch, Smith. Midfielders, Onana, Townsend, Aduke,
Murphy, he's down the right, looking.
Davis,
He's pushed him away.
Gay,
put the ball back here. Chance for Longstaff, deflected at the crossbar.
Mills,
Again,
Price forwards, McNell,
second time
Lewin,
in
Gray,
this game
Iwobi,
that
Mupe,
Forest
Sims,
have survived
and that's
via
what
the
the
woodwork.
team
Lonnie just gets
involves
his
in,
everything,
like,
his shots and a twist. Murphy, the lycra boots, is able to wriggle away from him, puts the ball centre to deep, and I tell you what, there is a deflection from the defender, a key intervention that makes it loop onto the crossbar, and it already is there, just to head that back.
Head to head, we've played 61 games against there with them, and
Keylor
we've
Navas.
had 28 total wins against them. So yeah, that's not too
Murphy
bad.
once again down the right, and that will be a corner. And
Everything round up is not too bad. We're going to carry on with the game today, and we are going to hope that not Forest win. Where I'm going
will be needed.
Could be anything really, because they're both playing as good as each other.
Definitely a threat, as it always is for Newcastle.
Closer than it isn't too hard.
And
in the game, Sheffield United won and
Burn,
Bolton won. Yes, come on.
To provide that height.
Forward minutes.
Newcastle 0. Ball comes in, looking towards Burn. It's headed away by Forest. Does it go out to Trippier? It's left. No, he keeps it. Then he lets it go to Longstaff. Low
There's
ball.
been
That's done really well by Dennis.
One all
versus
Leon and Nate.
Round Longstaff.
And then we've got other game going on. Its name is Manchel.
Once again,
Manchel Adbach 1-0 against Bremen, which is in the German, which is in the Bundesliga, Germany. Which I don't even know how to pronounce the team, but
on to Trippier.
We're getting on TV apparently. And Leon game on TV. Down. I'm not a false games on TV. Yeah, I'm watching
this season. It's in field 2.
One more.
Share back to Botman. Botman would love to make
maybe it's just trying too hard. And maybe gets closer than it isn't too
can't keep it in. And it stays 1-0 to Forest at the moment. Plenty more football over the weekend. To come.
Let's try and find the logos that we can put on the screen for half time.
As Forest win the ball in their own half. Since the goal, 66% possession has been Newcastle. Not to Forest, sorry. It's with Newcastle now. Once again down this right. Low ball to Kamaras. He turn and shoot. He tries to tee it off to Longstaff. So many red shirts around him. He finds Murphy though in the box. Left footed shot, which again is met by a Newcastle and Forest player. Launch forward now towards Ayew. Botman and Share are there. Longstaff hammers the
just back now, and it's with 7 minutes to go in this half. Sheffield Wednesday versus Bolton is 1-1 at half time.
Oh,
yes.
Wilson's
yes.
being readied here, having a deep conversation with Eddie Howe. I'm not sure there's been an injury to a player in the front three for Newcastle. He's been told to warm up vigorously. He's got his yellow bib on. He's wearing a blue base layer top, but underneath that is his black top that Newcastle are raiding at the moment and wear it. It's with their goalkeeper in Pope. And about 7 minutes until half time here. Burn. Botman. Towards Shet. That's a diagonal ball. That is met well, and it's intercepted by Aurier. Here's Gibbs White, 25 yards out. Moving ball to the left side. It's Emmanuel Dennis, Yates, and Brennan Johnson are there. He'll leave it for Loddy. He does find a ball in. Referee says it hasn't gone out. So Nick Pope is okay to roll it out. I've got to do that with you right behind him. Nick Pope rolls the Botman. Share. Bishop here. Castle don't seem to build the play up as quickly as Forest. Forest much more potent and aggressive in their attacks. Newcastle going for all the possession-based build-up. At times it's just too easy, and you can see just there how easy it can be. He launched the ball forward through Willock down the left side channel through Isaac, and Felipe went tight with Isaac and just waited for the ball to go out of play down the byline for a Forest goal kick, and that's exactly what it is going to be. I'm very intrigued by this Callum Wilson move. Up now by Navas. That is one by Newcastle. Bit of ping pong between the two halves. It falls on the left side to Emmanuel Dennis for Forest. Loddy now to Shelby. Until the entire last 5 minutes of the half. Loddy. Ryan Loddy goes in field now to Felipe. He's provided that angle. He's now launched this forward to Ayew. Is he onside? Ayew's through and goal here. Surely the flag's going to go up here. Ayew goes down. And the referee. Oh, the flag has gone up. There was no way Andrew Ayew was onside. It just didn't make sense. He was way ahead of the Newcastle defenders, and I tell you what, it was close. Dan Burn may have been keeping him on. And if that went in, well, a penalty decision was given, that may have been reviewed. I tell you what, he may have got that penalty, or he may have got that goal. I mean, Kieran Trippier doesn't even play the ball, he just barges into it. Newcastle survive. Forest once again showing that directness that's been causing Newcastle problems in this first half. Newcastle, who've been able to create in some openings, hit the woodwork twice already in this game. But would like to get more touches in the opposition box and test Navas. Trying to play a 1-2 with Willock. It's going to be a throw-in. Gamarish is holding his head and he's on the ground. There was a collision between Bruno Gamarish and Andre Ayew. And the medical team are on to the pitch now.
We're back and we're just double checking stuff over to see if there should be a penalty for Nottingham Forest then guessing. But
no too malice in that.
I think they're still checking. No, nothing happened. And we're just watching the goal again. Dennis did score at the 26th minute to make Nottingham Forest have the 1-0 lead. So
replay that. Ayew created the pressure on Botman. Before his defender was there.
Dennis was up there as one of the best.
He found the goal, and it's a really good one as well. 26 minutes.
Best players for Nottingham Forest, he is really. He doesn't score many goals though, but I'm not saying they're a bad team. No, they're just lucky in what happens, and lucky in what happens. Well, let me test it out, see if it works.
At the moment, this result would leave Nottingham Forest 2 places. They'll be on 29 points, and they would be 5 clear of the relegation zone. Of course, they would have played a game more than the majority of the sides below them. Whatever 3 points would be. Well, best part of a whole half, and about 2 minutes left here, added time. Also,
very good this stream is going
back into
We've got 13 seconds left of the first half with added minutes, which we don't know the added on minutes just
I'll be the first one to admit that.
Oh, the added minutes are 3 added minutes we're getting in this half.
Aurier
with a
to Gibbs White. Aurier now on to Gibbs White. Nice back heel to
2 minutes to go.
And Yates and Cove wiggle away. No, it can beat.
Newcastle got the ball and Nottingham Forest were able to take them.
He's demanding the referee do something
down.
About this.
Yeah, they were.
Referee's just saying get on with it. And he needs to be up the pitch rather than 10 yards.
Taking them there with a bit of defending.
10 seconds until the half time.
What I'm seeing is in this game.
45
so Newcastle have been good. Let me get the ball.
How many minutes have been added on? I'm going to go 2 minutes.
Nottingham Forest have been good when they get the ball. So they're both able to have the ball. They have them each for at least a minute. Oh, you're joking, you.
Newcastle 0. It's pulled back.
No, there's my screen.
Murphy in field 2. To Maximan now. 5 yards outside the penalty box, right off the D. He's the edge of the box, in fact. To Maximan. Oh, he's threaded it to Murphy in field. Oh, Longstaff just didn't latch his feet around the ball. He let it run, and by doing so, he let it run out of play.
All right.
Newcastle have looked good in these little pockets of space, moving the ball around.
Yeah. It's a goal for.
Get it off. It gets blocked. That's the worry. Isaac has not been able to find a clear.
United.
Goal, and maybe that's why we'll
plus 2 minutes.
He'll be ready to
the game.
He has a deep conversation with his.
Pick go for some the sentence. Stick off to
in his technical area. He's played a minute of added time.
Yes.
So we'll share. He's put this ball forward. And the Shelby's lost it from Willock. Andrew Ayers got it. Then Willock's won it again. Newcastle ending the half well. Here's their Maximan now. Looking towards Willock. He'll get there first. Free gets free. Isak's there! Isak scores! Inside added time. It's the Swede that levels to Newcastle United. Nottingham Forest 1. Newcastle United 1. And that's what I said. He just needed a glimmer or a side of goal. And that's what he's got in the moment. And we are level here. Willock did so well on that move. Kept on running. Won the ball. Was fed the ball back from Murphy.
Go to half time.
And then it was there.
Very short.
From Isaac.
After half
on the right foot volley. Hitting the post and into the net. And all of Forest's good work in this half is undone. Just like that. Football in a nutshell. Willock with the assist. Isaac with a goal. It's Forest 1. Newcastle United 1. And that's it for the first half. Right on the stroke of the half-time whistle. Newcastle find themselves level. And the game, I wouldn't say they've been on the back burner, on the back foot. They just haven't been able to carve up the opportunities. Botman's gift on the back pass was latched on by Emmanuel Dennis, who gave Nottingham Forest the lead. And for a long period of time, it felt like Forest were going to go into the break in the lead until Isaac, just now, moments ago, inside added time, has equalised for Newcastle. So as you were at the break. Manchester City are the champions. Manchester City are the champions. Manchester City are the champions.
You know what? You probably know what. This game is back, and we'll be back talking in about the last few minutes to go. So I'm going to pop out now and going to find a few things for the stream tomorrow ready. Find some Super Saturday stuff, Super Sunday stuff, Super Friday stuff. I'm going to get everything ready for tomorrow's big stream. So I'm going to share the screen for a few minutes. As soon as I got something, I'm going to put it back up on the screen and we can see the rest of the stream as we're going along. It's been 1 hour and 11 minutes in the stream and we are looking at Newcastle having a ball. So let's go. Can you actually hear what's going on? There's actually no commentary anymore.
2023. So it's been an interesting 10 games.
Try it one more time. Maybe we are trying too hard, but maybe it gets closer than it isn't too hard. That's my one, yeah. do like a change of it over. It's no different really, is it? So, well, I guess I want my laptop out to delete stuff I don't need. Try to make it better. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Corner. Over the bar. And it's off target. Nottingham Forest 1. Newcastle 1 remains. He's there through Anderson. He's asking for maybe a potential penalty with Felipe within his shirt. He skips White. Working away now through Longstaff. And Noddy. And that's his goalkeeper. And then Noddy. It's Isaac. He's brought Noddy down. Yeah, free kick. You got to what Steve Cupitt's thinking. The manager who's got the majority of the game into his technical area, arms crossed, black jacket, black jumper, and promoted. And the league thanked the supporters in the interview leading up to this game, and not got support in other circumstances. He's grateful for that support. Times are tough. They're beginning the season. Things are still tough now. Not safe. 2 balls on the pitch at the moment. Newcastle are defending from this throw-in. In line from their own penalty box, and they're taking their time to get the ball out. That's the second ball added. The ball's on the right side now through Aurier to take this throw-in. 2 minutes gone here. Newcastle being held in Nottingham Forest. And Yates goes in to the byline. Can he find the ball in? He can't. Is that ball out of play? That will be a goal kick taken quickly by Pope. Now on to Trippier. Trippier in field. 1-2 into the middle. Longstaff. Longstaff now to that's assist to Willock. That's a poor touch from Joe Lick. He apologises. Just move completely goes cold. As the ball goes out of play on that far side, inside Nottingham Forest's half. Comes back to Shelby again, and it goes wide. 2 bites of the cherry, but they can't connect the dots here. Nottingham Forest with John Joe Shelby. It was Isaac twice who blocked the shot and from the corner. Now claiming handball initially. I'm sure John Joe Shelby would have celebrated as the rain starts to trickle down in Nottingham. That goal went in. 32 minutes left in this game. What stage do Forest play? That's it. Make the point and move on. Can they afford to do that? I'm not sure they can. In the battle to stay up, you need 3 points, and especially at home with.
Time to take your seat. The thrills and spills of the Premier League, and Manchester City are the champions. Time to take your seat. The thrills and spills of the Premier League, and Manchester City are the champions. Time to take your seat.
Ghanaian and Nigerian combination could combine down the left side in front of Steve Cooper. That'll be a throw in to Newcastle, which Kieran Trippier will take. Trippier in it back to Share to Botman. Botman now towards Byrne. Towards Share. It's now back with Trippier, which is long towards Anderson. It's met well by Forest, and it's with Morgan Gibbs-White. Can he glide past Bruno Guimaraes? He can. Tried an ambitious ball to release Brennan Johnson. I say ambitious because now Newcastle have the ascendancy and they're on the attack. Had time to run into that Newcastle half there. Morgan Gibbs-White, instead of going for the hero ball. Aurier though has intercepted, and it's back with Kilo Navas, who's able to just slam that up. Of course, Dean Henderson's injured at the moment. Manchester United. Noni Hennessy is the goalkeeper. He's on the bench for Nottingham Forest as the current goalkeeper's called into action again. This time just to come up and gather the ball. He has his rolled this in front of Isaac. in towards Shelby. Shelby's going to be pressed out by Longstaff. Johnson needs to get him really on the ball. It's a real surprise. Maybe he doesn't look fit. No surprise, he was a doubt coming into this game. Hasn't looked himself, Brendan Johnson. Saying that wouldn't surprise me if he'll score the winner for Nottingham Forest. How the game goes. It's Isak who's already got himself on the score sheet with Longstaff. Trippier provides the overlap. It goes towards Isak in the box. A low ball. It's cut out. It's kept alive by Bruno Guimaraes. Quick feet work from Isak. Oh, can he find a forward play? He can! Oh, it's brilliant from Newcastle. And it's he doesn't know about it. Bruno Guimaraes in it with towards Longstaff, and it's Nikate gives the ball to Isak. They're all onside, and Anderson rises higher than Aurier, and it's a big goal for Newcastle United. It's a goal and assist also for Alexander Isak, their most expensive signing, feeding a youngster brilliantly into the bottom corner. Navas wants a free kick. Navas wants an offside. He won't get it. Newcastle have turned it around in Nottingham, and they've got their made man in Isak to thank. The goal scored by Elliot Anderson. The tributes will go to Isak. There is a VAR here though, however, for a possible offside. So it did look quite tight. I'm not sure this will be offside because it came off. Hey, I don't like to make predictions with VAR, but the suspicion will be removed because of the player playing it on from Nottingham Forest. It's fantastic feet from Isak. Gets the ball on when his bum's on the floor. He just lofts it into the far post. We are waiting for this VAR check to see if this goal is going to be given. Longstaff was in an offside position. I don't know if they're looking at this goal scorer. We'll wait for this decision to be made. We always know that VAR is going to take a while, as always. And well, we've got the VAR check. I don't know if it's a goal. I think he's going to look at the monitor for an offside, which normally means he may change his mind, but it means he's not looking at offside. It means he's looking at there was a foul on a build-up. It's a very interesting one here. Newcastle players, of course, won't be happy. Still under review, this goal at the moment. We wait for the referee to decide what will be the case here. Possible offside being checked by VAR. Initial ball from Isak that was received looking towards Willock to Longstaff. And if you remember, Manchester United scored a goal by Marcus Rashford where interfering and he was offside, and Mohamed Salah, it is offside that's been given. And Nottingham Forest can breathe a sigh of relief. Isak's wonderful footwork will be in vain. And we go again here. 23 minutes left to go in this Friday night game in the Premier League on a flash score. It's always a bit murky, doesn't it, with offside at times. We've seen that might be the right decision. Dennis. Oh, good work. And I don't think that's the last you heard about that disallowed goal. It's one of them ones there where did he play it on purpose or did he not? It's a weird ruling. We've seen Mohamed Salah get away with that one against Wolves in the FA Cup. where if you intentionally play the ball back as a defender, you get a goal. We saw in the Manchester derby with Manchester United where Rashford wasn't interfering because he didn't touch the ball, but he was interfering. They're trying to tighten the rules on that, and there's murky waters and murky lines and blurred lines, whatever you want to call it. It's just not clear, and if you're a Newcastle United supporter, you can feel aggrieved. They have to go again, and they're finding it vavavoom in this game. Can they get another one, and one that can count? It's definitely revved up the atmosphere in this game. The Nottingham Forest supporters saw their side momentarily fall behind, and that must have hurt. And now in response, they're fueling that recovery. But check Flash Score news section for short for Eddie Howe quotes and everything to do with Newcastle and in the Premier League, because that's a very much a contentious offside that's been given. And the fact the ref had to go towards it also is a bit of a surprise. Shelvey pumping that ball into towards Newcastle's penalty box. It's not cleared properly by Share, and he's another chance to get rid. He does. Feeds this now to Shelvey halfway in Newcastle's half, and it will be a corner kick to Forest. I'm not going to continue to explain that VAR decision. I will leave that to the experts at VAR in Stockley Park. I'll just call the game. It's whipped in by Nottingham Forest. Newcastle Bond. Shelvey's desperately trying to keep it in. He can't. 20 minutes to go here. And Gibbs White's holding his knee here. He's in a bit of pain. You know, the Newcastle players, they're in need for a bit of time because they're just going up to say, come on, get up, lad. There's nothing wrong with you. Although it was Anderson who clipped him. Trippier now for Newcastle. To Longstaff. Murphy. Infield to Bruno Gamalesh. He's got a lot of space to run into, and he can angle a ball looking towards his left side into Anderson. Anderson gets there, gets help from Burton. Aure's up though, headed back in towards the danger area by Anderson. To launch forward to Emmanuel Dennis. Trippier's under pressure. Still though, the balls of Newcastle. They're winning the second balls. The visitors, more than their host, sits with Trippier. Low ball crossed, and it will be cleared by Nikate for Nottingham Forest, and it will be a corner for Newcastle United. That corner count just going up and up and up tonight for the visitors. Forest 1, Newcastle 1. Can Newcastle in this final 20 minutes conjure up another opportunity to take all 3 points? It will be a huge 3 points if they were to do that in this marathon of a season. Can you believe we had a World Cup? Don't forget that. Don't forget that. 3 months ago it was the World Cup final. How time has flown by. We're so deep into our domestic season. We love football and we love it on Flash Score as Trippier puts the ball into the penalty box. Can't find the blue shirt. Goes back to the far side into Isak. Isak wants to back heel to Kamaris. Great work here. Isak in the box. Can he fight? Oh, lovely defending from Freuler. Isak, bit too much of that apple crumble. He wanted some whole mouthful trying to go past the Forest player. He didn't need to do that. And still with Newcastle on the attack. Anderson trying to find it. Bonham cleared off the line. Loddy. Oh, wow. And it's with Dennis. Now, that was a good chance. Direct play from Newcastle. Taking leaf of what Forest were doing in the early part of the first half. Just running at the defence. Lovely scintillating play on that far side between Bruno Guimaraes and Isak. Just a little back heel there. Look at the second half statistics. 2 shots from Forest, none on target. 4 from Newcastle, 2 on target. 8 touches in opposition box from Newcastle, 1 from Forest. 69% possession. It's with Nakate now on towards Lodi. Made a vital interception and a goal line. Navas spreads his back to Lodi with a lot of pace. It's kept in by Riordan Lodi. Going to replay that. Guimaraes driving into the box. Anderson just scoobing and turning Oh, if Dan Burn stuck his leg out, he may have got a goal, you know. He just may have made the contact. Keeper looking on. He'll be happy with his team. He's defending. It's been backs against the wall at times in the second period. Haven't seen enough in the final third. But John Joe Selvey will take this set piece. It's going to be right footed. What a set piece taker he is. Can he find a red shirt? He can. It goes away to the far post to Braden Johnson. Gibbs White's calling for it. Johnson's couldn't go around Willock. It's good strength from Joe Willock. And it wouldn't surprise me if we see Braden Johnson come off, to be honest. And Gibbs White's given away by Newcastle. Here's Gibbs White running, showing his pace and power there. He's on the floor. Referee's not giving him anything at the moment. It's with Braden Johnson up against Dan Burn. Burn being physical with Johnson. Ball's lifted into the middle to Ayew. Can Ayew feed it back to Johnson? Still with the Ghanaian. Oh, he's chopped it. Put it back on his left. Hasn't released it though, so it's still with Ayew. Goes back on his right. Low ball. Cleared away by Botman. Throw it. And that ramps it up for this crowd. Forest 1, Newcastle 1. Into Freuler, into Aurier. They're so close to Newcastle's penalty box, but Newcastle try and clear it too, and going to back to Shelvey. So that would have worked it from a Newcastle small perspective. Aurier and Burn battling. Burn winning the battle. Newcastle getting the goal kick. Forest back to defend it. 1-1 it remains. Taken. Quickly by Newcastle. Share into Trippier. Botman. Gibbs White. It's the closest Forest player towards the Newcastle defender. He's still with the ball at the moment. Ayew's now pressed the defender. It's gone to Share now. Share will guide this into the path of Jacob Murphy, who can't. Has he won a corner? No, I don't think he has. He hasn't. He's thought he did momentarily, and he hasn't. So Theodore Navas to take it right footed towards Migamaresh. It's now with Lodi. Getting in field now to Ayew. It's with Emmanuel Dennis. I've said his name in a while. Emmanuel Dennis has been hogging that left touch slide. He's thought he's been brought down. Referee said nothing to do. He's right next to it. Paul Tierney, our referee tonight. Isaac on towards Longstaff. Murphy's ahead of him. Down this right they go. Emmanuel Dennis is still down. And Felipe's got to use his right boot to clear that away. Emmanuel Dennis is still screeching in pain, holding the top of his left heel. Did he get clipped? He did get clipped, but just a little bit. It should have been a foul, to be honest. I don't see what the referee's seeing. The ball was not won by Bruno Guimaraes, and Emmanuel Dennis is now getting treatment. 1-1. And unfortunately, I think the headlines tomorrow morning will be about that decision of disallow goal. Newcastle can't find a winner in these next 15 minutes. Well, they haven't made a change, have they? Nottingham Forest, sorry. They've conceded 10 goals in the last 15 minutes, including added time. That's a joint highest with Bournemouth and Everton, who are the suspects, who are at the bottom. They have made a change, obviously, through Florida coming on for a Yates. Sam Surridge is getting ready for Forest. That may be a replacement for Emmanuel Dennis, who's struggling with energy. Yeah, he really is. He's can't Going off Hobbit now. And that moved in. That's a big blow for Nottingham Forest. Both changes have been enforced through injury. And they're going to make a double change here with Nico Williams going to come on also. So first things first, the change will come in from with Andre Ayew coming off. Sam Surridge coming on, and Nico Williams replaces Dennis. So Dennis off with Ayew, Surridge and Williams on. 2 rolls of the dice from Simon Cooper's team. Trippier will take this throw in line with the penalty area. First time right-footed ball there, headed out by Forest. Trippier waits to take this throw. We haven't missed anything here on flash score. And for the England fullback to release it, he has, and he's given it straight away to Sam Surridge. He's got his early touches on towards Brilliant Johnson. And Byrne in brilliantly. The fullback came in from Brighton to go to his boyhood club. Here is Willock in field now to Longstaff, another local lad in this Newcastle side. It's with Trippier. Inside the 10 minutes we go. Looking to the far post here. Anderson. Oh, there's a bit of hesitation. It should have been a goal. What a chance for Murphy on the penalty spot. Nottingham Forest, the players just not reacting to the ball. And it fell to Murphy on his left foot. He has to score that. That is a gilt-edged chance. And it's a sitter. Anderson, it just bounced. Has to put that on target. And he missed it away. Stays 1-1. Forest surviving. Newcastle, will they rue those opportunities? Nottingham Forest surely will create one opening in these final 10 minutes. I know Newcastle will, but can Forest get themselves with a chance of taking the lead? Shelvey to Philippe. Philippe launching that forward. Isaac. And that's a free kick to Newcastle. And it's Botman who's holding his face. It's their time they're wasted. You feel Sam Surridge going for the ball with Botman. It wasn't an elbow, it was more of a coming together going for the ball, which led to that. To say, Anderson is been brilliant in the air. Young substitutes come on for Newcastle United. Botman, oh, that's cut out by Felipe. Felipe down to Gibbs White, onto Felipe, still going on here. Oh, the ball forward to Surridge was over hit. He had options on the left side with Nico Williams as well. The Brazilian, but it's gone out of play. 1-1 it remains, and quickly we go again with Newcastle now with Cher. Cher and towards Longstaff. Back now in field to Murphy, who's been brought down. So Bruno Kamara, she's Cher onto Botman. Willock. And towards Trippier. Trippier just trying to scan the pitch for his next move. Instead he just hits a little bit, plays it to Cher, who moves the ball onto Botman. And he wants to go centrally to Longstaff. It goes to Pope. Cher. Now over the halfway line to Trippier. Newcastle building well, creating the angles and passing the ball into positions, pushing Forest into places they don't want to go to. The slow, patient work. Longstaff now back to Murphy. Back heel here. Longstaff in the middle. Puts on his left foot. He tees up Isak, and it's off the line against Aurier. If he wasn't there, Isak could have been at the double here at the City Ground. Isak's in the mood. He looks an excellent buy, to be said. Everything he's in touch has been splendid. And he's unlucky not to have registered more than his goals so far. 83 minutes in. Lovely play down the right. Murphy back into Longstaff. He keeps the move alive. Isak's on his way to the ground. He's able to just pull his left foot like a trigger. And Aurier's there. Ivorian, it's the right place at the right time. Matt Ritchie's on for Josh Murphy. That was the last involvement for the winger. And a fine game. And the refreshing of this Newcastle attack in recent weeks has been good. Obviously, Jolinton's injured at the moment. Almiron's on the bench. Trippier was caught there by Nico Williams. It will be a free kick to Newcastle, edge of their own box. It's already been taken quickly. Botman. Another throw into Newcastle. What can we see in these fine moments in this game? Big ramifications, as I mentioned throughout this broadcast and its unofficial flash score commentary in the Premier League. And the top and the bottom of this wonderful division. Nottingham Forest, who are 2 points above the relegation zone, so many teams, only separated by 5 points, 20th to 12th. Saw Patrick Vieira being dismissed this morning from Crystal Palace. It's getting nervy at the bottom. Anyone can go. And Forest have had a fantastic run at home, but stay away troubles that are really, really worrying the supporters. But they're getting a point against the top 5 opposition. We'll do well here. Everton travel to Stamford Bridge tomorrow. In the Premier League, Crystal Palace travel to the Emirates. It's Wolves Leeds tomorrow also. There's a few players, teams who just start at the moment having those head-to-heads in the bottom of the table. In terms of the top 4 battle, Spurs play tomorrow at bottom place Southampton. That's team in the worries of Nottingham Forest. Nothing happening in this game at the moment. Just deliberate and take a step back to just to look at the context of this Premier League match on a Friday night. Back to the action now it goes. With Longstaff, with Trippier now. Up against Shelvey. Oh, he's pushed that forward. Now, ball in from Ritchie. It's fired to Guimaraes. What a block that is from Felipe. Excellent block. Looked like it was going to be another goal for Newcastle and a match winner. Instead, Forest on the way forward here. Down this right. Johnson. Is this his moment? Johnson's! And it's pushed out by Nick Pope. He's not had much to do in this game. The Newcastle goalkeeper. And he's responded to a player that's been anomalous. They both combined to produce a moment that could have flipped this game on its head. Isak, has he nipped? No, the ball's with Keylor Navas. But typical Premier League football. You blink, the ball's in one box. You blink again, it's in the other box. Down the other end. Great work down this right side. Once again through Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes is about to put his side in front. Felipe denies it. They go up the field. Brennan Johnson's able to go round Dan Burn. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper with an angle. Right-footed low shot and it's blocked. Ritchie puts the ball into the box that Gibbs White couldn't stop Guimaraes. Felipe clears. It falls to John Joe Shelvey. He goes towards Brennan Johnson. Goes round Burn. Ushers it around Botman. And it's the feet of Pope, who's a tall goalkeeper. It's always important to go low when you're up against a goalkeeper who is with the height of Nick Pope. He was able to use his feet and to deny Johnson. 2 good chances for both sides. Was that the chance for Nottingham Forest I mentioned earlier? You feel that Newcastle will create a bit more in the latter stages of this game. And Eddie Howe sips some water, gearing up his players. It's going to be 2 points drop in the top 4 hunt, in the European hunt. Of course, Newcastle non-Europe this year. It's a remarkable season that they have it at the moment. Got to their first cup final in almost 20 plus years through League Cup, losing to Manchester United 2-0 that day though. Just feel things are changing for the side at the top of England. They want to be at the top of the Premier League. A win tonight would have moved them above Spurs. Chance being missed here. It's Nakate looking long. Really good first touch from Gibbs White. Shares there. He's giving the ball away to Aurier, who's been excellent tonight. His feed is to Gibbs White. Back to Surridge. Pushed away by Pope. Referee has penalised Surridge. Nick Pope getting busy in his final moments. Paul's here, he's saying, listen, there's no rush. You have to go back. And Gibbs White. It's a really good ball actually from Gibbs White. It's right on the money. And it's alert goalkeeping from Nick Pope. We're into the final minute here at the City Ground. Nottingham Forest 1, Newcastle United 1. Forest put in the lead from Emmanuel Dennis, his second goal of the season. And Newcastle United in added time in the first half responded through Alexander Isak's goal. 2-2 for the Swede. And that's been the tale of the game ever since. The second half has been entertaining, thrilling. We have a conclusion, man. A disallowed goal via Elliot Anderson for offside via VAR. Newcastle United being very sloppy. They're giving the ball away. You can see the frustration at Eddie Howe and Sean Longstaff there. Well, let's see the magic number the fourth official will put up with the 90th minute mark. What's it going to be? Is it going to be 5? Is it going to be 4? We should do bingo at Flash School, shouldn't we? And we wait for confirmation. I was wrong. 6 minutes for a side to win this game. And that's the stakes here. This could be crucial in the battle for top 4. Crucial in Nottingham Forest survival. It's nights like these you look back in May where you think, oh, that's when we secured top 4. That's when we stayed in the race. Oh, that's when we stayed up in the Premier League. Or you may look like and feel in May, that's the night we may have lost top 4. That's maybe the reason why we're playing Championship come August. Or up for grabs in these last 6 minutes. It's with Newcastle. Trippier onto Bruno Guimaraes. He's running up against Gibbs White. On the back now. On this left side to Willock. Right footed. Isak's in the middle. He went up for it. And they're claiming handball here. And it is handball. And Nottingham Forest have given away a penalty in added time. Oh no. And it's Nakate. He can't even look at his teammates. Willock put the ball in. And Isak with the header. And Nakate, yep, his hand was up in an orthodox position. And it gives the opportunity for Newcastle. Now this is absolutely massive. I just said moments ago, in the ramifications for top 4, this is huge. This is a chance for Newcastle to get themselves within a point of Tottenham Hotspur. It's going to be Kieran Trippier to take it. Keylor Navas has been booked. We're playing a bit of mind games here. He's not in his goal. He's been booked. He's on a penalty spot. This is a huge moment in this game. He's only taken 2 this season for Newcastle in his career. He scored 1 and he's missed. And it's not going to be Kieran Trippier. It's going to be Isak to take it. It's Isak for the double. Trippier's changed his mind here. So, in the 93rd minute, Alexander Isak, who in added time in the first half drew Newcastle level. Can he put Newcastle in the lead? He can! Cool as you like. The City ground is silenced. Not in that pocket of Newcastle United supporters who go absolutely wild because it's a huge win. It's a huge goal for Newcastle United. And it's Alexander Isak that has put them in front in added time. Nottingham Forest 1, Newcastle United 2. Went to the goalkeeper left and caressed it past. Well, ice in your veins, cool as you like. And he just side-footed there. Kieran Navas didn't move. And Nakate. Oh well, Nakate didn't even look. What a goal. What a game this has been. It's felt like it had something riding on it, and it had it, and it delivered at the end. We've still got 2 minutes of added time left. Is there going to be a late twist to swing into Forest? I don't think so. Has a feeling that it's Isak's night. Has the feeling that it's going to be Newcastle's night. And Nakade with his hand up like that. What a mistake that is for the defender. Well, Nottingham Forest going to go 6 games without a victory. Just brought on another substitute here. Set with Rian and Lodi. Now with Gustavo Scarpa, who's come on. Set a ball